All right, so I actually had this recorded, and then I found out I had 3 videos recorded, and one of them was my Week 4 picks, and that was muted. The audio was muted, and so was this video, and then another video I did. So now I'm redoing it. So this is basically gonna be kind of like a in-between thing of what I do between my preseason playoff rankings, obviously before week 1. I do one for the middle of the season, which is week 8, week 9, whatever. And then I'll do one at the end, post week 18. Obviously the top, 16 teams, 18 teams, or whatever it is now. No, it's 14. 7 in each conference. Duh. Top 14 teams are obviously all going to be playoff teams and whatnot. Week 18. Excuse me. Oh my God. But I thought, this year something different. I'll add in every 3 weeks. So yes, there was a Thursday night game, and we got a little more shine as to, in my opinion, teams like I don't know what to think about the Bengals still. A little more shine into that. But, no one else has played because I'm recording this on Friday night. This is going to go up Saturday, so at least I get it up before these Sunday games and Monday games. So, but again, every 3 weeks, so week 3, week 6, and then we'll skip week 9 because that'll be my main power rankings video. That's one where it'll be like 20-25 minutes of me just going through every team, explaining why I have them there. And then week 12, week 15, I will do this style again. So, something brand new I'm trying. These are going to be more so grouped rather than just actual rankings of 1 to 32. And we might as well. Let's just go in order here. I'm not super high on the Cardinals. I think they'll at least get like 8 wins, maybe. But I think within your own division, I think the Niners and the Rams could probably make the playoffs. I think the Packers and the Vikings could make the playoffs. Tampa and Philly, and then maybe Dallas, we'll see. So that's like 7 or 8 teams already. So I don't know how to feel about them. I really don't. And again, we're heading into week 4, so this could change. They could look like a Super Bowl team by mid-season or something. Like anything is possible. So just for now, I think they might get 8 wins. But I think they are going to might miss the playoffs / maybe get the 7th seed depending on how everything else falls. Falcons, I don't think they're going to be a top 5 draft pick, but they're not a terrible team, but they're not a good team. So I think they might get like 5 or 6 wins, honestly. But I don't think they're going to be, one of the worst teams here. Now, me personally, seeing what the Ravens have done so far, obviously Lamar Jackson is, in the MVP conversation and whatnot, but they gave up, it was like a 21-point lead or something like that to Miami. They played the Bills this weekend, so if they lose that game, I can't put them in Super Bowl contenders or Super Bowl bound because you're going up against some of the best teams or supposedly playoff teams / best teams, and you're not winning games. And again, you choked to the Dolphins, who we'll talk about them later on. But I don't know how to feel about them right now. I think the Bills, I think that offense is too good. Defense, yes, there's a lot of questions on defense. But if Aaron Rodgers can carry a team to the playoffs, get a win in the playoffs, Josh Allen can do the same thing. So I think as long as you have Diggs and that offense, I think you're good to go. The sad thing is they are one-dimensional. They throw 60 plus times a game and whatnot. I think there was like 90 plays that the offense had against Miami, and they still lost that game. But they're so pass heavy, where it's like if you get them and they have to try to run, or it's basically just Josh Allen running because they don't really have a top tier running back. But I think the offense is good. I think when they start getting like Poyer and all these other people back, I think they will, eventually be Super Bowl bound. Panthers top 5 draft pick. Honestly, Chicago has surprised me. When they came out and beat San Francisco, who on paper is supposed to have a top 10 defense, supposed to be very good. Yes, it was in a monsoon. They're 2-1 right now, though. So I can't put them in a top 5 draft pick because they're looking better than what I thought they would. They're technically tied for first in the NFC North right now. It's a 3-way tie, technically. And I did not see this coming. So I think they can maybe win 7 games. I think so. I think that's the ceiling right now. I don't think they want the playoffs because I think they want kind of a higher pick, but they don't feel like they're going to be tanking to me. So I think they can win maybe 7 games. Bengals, again, I'll put them in playoff contender. I don't know. It was low scoring when Tua was in there, but obviously when Teddy Bridgewater came in, like, you were able to, win the game, get going and whatnot. But it didn't feel like they beat a good team after Tua left the game. So I don't know. I think you can put them down here, 7th seed, maybe miss the playoffs. We'll see. I think they face the Ravens next week. I think it's because obviously they don't play Sunday. I think it's next Sunday. So like 12 days away or not. Sorry, like 8 or 9 days away. I believe they play the Ravens. Browns, I don't know. Maybe they get a lower 7th seed. I think the AFC is too good. There's too many good teams. They've surprised me, but I want to see this against good teams. I want to see them do it constantly against good teams, make a run, win 7 games in a row, and then we'll be talking about something different. But I don't know how to feel about them. Didn't they lose to the Jets? I think they lost to the Jets. Cowboys, I think maybe can get the 7th seed. Cooper Rush is playing crazy, and they're not doing these, advanced things. They're just winning games by using their backup. Now, they could have easily put up like 30 points or something. If CeeDee Lamb could catch, they would have put up a lot more points on the Giants. So I think if they can fix the catching problem, and that you just, again, don't do anything crazy with Cooper Rush, and you can win games till Dak gets back. Broncos, personally, I don't think they're that good. I don't. They're gonna get some fluke wins, but that offense looks terrible to me. Absolutely atrocious to me. The defense, again, played well. You held the Niners to 10 points last week. So, that's not the problem, though. That was never the Broncos' problem. Yes, they aren't, I think they could be a better defense. But I think I would maybe put them right around 10 for a top 10 defense. Right around there. Maybe just outside. Maybe just at, I think the highest I would go is probably 9. But again, that was never the problem with them. So if their offense can't put up points, then you're going to have to rely on the defense too. But, it's kind of hard to. Lions, I think, I'll put them in playoff contender because I think they'll at least maybe make the 6th or 7th seed. They look a lot better this year to me than they did last year. Obviously, the only reason they're in last place in the North is because you've lost to a North rival. So, those games are going to be really important. And I got to make my video talking about the NFC North. I might wait till, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday of next week to put it up. I might record, wait for these week 4 games, kind of see these teams. But I really love the NFC North this year. I think all 4, I think 3 teams, and then the Bears are surprising me. So technically all 4 teams look kind of good. So again, I want to make that video. I just think I'm going to wait till next week to do it. Packers, not a lot to say. I can't put them Super Bowl bound just because that offense scares the crap out of me. They put up 14 points against the Bucs. They could have easily had 21, maybe 28 points. But they just got hit. They got knocked down and did not get back up, and they only won the game because of their defense. So the defense is not going to hold every team to 12 or less points. They didn't do that with Minnesota. So you got to figure out something for that offense, but I think that the defense will help them be able to get to the playoffs. It's just going to offense, get there. Texans, I don't really need to talk about them. Colts, I'm not a big fan. They have a big game versus the Titans this week. I'm actually going to sneak the Titans right in there with them. Big game. This could be a turning point for either team here. So we'll see. Now, some people are going to question this. I think the Jags are going to possibly win the division / maybe just barely miss the playoffs. I think they're a lot better. I think Doug Peterson is a very good coach. This is his first year. Already tied Urban Meyer's win total from the previous year, and they look like a good team. And I talked about this in my predictions video. I believe, and I can't confirm it or not, but I believe the Jags have allowed the least amount of rush yards, which means their run defense is good. So, I think they could be either win the division or maybe get the 7th seed, or because the AFC is so stacked, you miss the playoffs by half a game to a game. And you might get, 8 or 9 wins, but, someone has tiebreakers over you. So I think they can, be good. It's just the playoffs are their ceiling. Chiefs, yeah, I've talked about this before. Their defense scares me. I don't know. Yes, Patrick Mahomes can put up 40, but, when your defense is, constantly going to get torched and whatnot. Again, play good teams. Let's see how you do against good teams. I think they play the Bills this year. So that'll be a fun game. They're playing the Bucks this weekend, so maybe you get moved up if you can beat the Bucks. Rams, I don't know. They probably win their division just because they're the Rams. I think they win their division. I'm going to sneak a couple in here real quick. I want to get this through kind of fast. I'm not sold on the NFC West at all, so I think somehow, some way, the Rams probably win the division. Niners will be right up there with them amount of wins. They play each other, I think, in a couple weeks. So, Raiders, this is my top 5 right here. That's my top 5. Yes, the Jets and the Giants are going to have 5 wins. Yes, they're not going to be a top 5 team. Top 5 draft pick team. I don't think so. I think the Raiders are probably going to be for the... So let's do this. I think it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that would be my top 5. That's just 5 seconds of thinking about it, but I think the Raiders get the number 1 overall pick. I think mid-season they're going to realize we should just start tanking. So, I don't see the Raiders being good at all this year. Now, I could maybe go back, we could be week 15, I could look back at this video and go, boy, was I wrong. But right now, they're the worst team in the league. So, Dolphins... I would have them up here, but with Tua out, Teddy Bridgewater's your QB, and I don't trust him. So, yeah, I feel bad, because I would have Dolphins up here if they were, healthy and Tua was good. I'm just kind of placing some of them in here, just kind of finishing this up real quick. Yeah, I think I have 2, yeah. I think those are my only 2 Super Bowl contenders looking at this list. Bucks, I don't trust right now. That really the offense is what's, I don't trust about them. Vikings are just... Kirk Cousins can look like a top 10 QB, a top 5 QB one day, and next weekend he can look like the worst QB in the league. And I don't get it. I don't get... He can't be consistent. It's so weird. He can have, good games against bad teams, and then the second he plays a good team or plays on Monday night, He forgets how to play football, and it's so strange to me. I just don't get it. Now, we'll see. They play the Saints. It'll be Sunday morning here in the States because they play in London. So we'll see how they do. I think the Saints have a top 10 defense. So, yeah, I'm not putting them above. I don't trust the defense. I don't trust the offense. I think you would be you would be at here. Like, you would be 5th seed, 6th seed, 7th seed. And then I want to see them hold on to a lead and win games, and then I can move them up here. So, yeah, I think that's what, I would do. Middle of the pack right here, lower tier. Technically, he's never had a losing season, so can move him up here. For now, though, like the video, share the video around, don't forget to subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.